I should have worked out the microphones by now. Welcome everyone to this meeting of Cheltenham Borough Council. Don't worry, I'm not in the wrong place. I am meant to be here. We will start with item number 1 on our meeting, and that is apologies. I haven't got any notes of apologies, but if there are any...
Councillor Collins.
Oh, Councillor Collins, I'm told. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's this one. Ah, perfect, thank you. Right, my apologies, it helps if I look at the right script. So apologies, I have Councillor Collins and Councillor Steinhardt. If there are no other apologies to note, we'll move on to item 2, which is communications by the retiring mayor. So as the outgoing mayor, I have only a small part to play in this meeting today. So I hope, if you don't mind, if I just take a couple of minutes for some brief remarks before I hand over to Councillor Baker. I won't repeat all of the thank yous from our last meeting, and there will no doubt be many more thank yous later tonight anyway. But I really just wanted to thank members for helping to make chairing council meetings over the past 12 months a pleasure. And of course, thank our Chief Executive, Gareth, and all the officers of the council, not least Jenny in the Mayor's office and Democratic Services for all of their support over the past year. New members will no doubt have already found their help invaluable. I did want to, however, single out one individual, and we'll see if he's listening now, and that is the Mayor's officer, Bob Bishop. Today is Bob's last day with the council as he's retiring. Returning councillors, and certainly previous mayors, returning councillors and certainly previous mayors will know Bob well from all the support that he's given to mayors over the years and the council throughout the year, especially in making civic occasions such as Remembrance Day run so smoothly, and indeed the logistics for the mayor making tonight. Bob's experience and organisation will be sorely missed, as I know he's going to have his hands full with everything going on tonight, not to mention shepherding councillors and aldermen around in the right direction. So I just wanted to put on record my thanks to Bob and wish him a happy retirement.
It's been a privilege and a pleasure, and I'm not cut out often, but you lot have done it. You know me, I've always got a big mouth, but today you shut me up. Thank you.
So, thank you, Bob. And so I finally just wanted to welcome new members to their first full council meeting, especially Councillors Pemberton and Day and everyone else who I've not yet met. I'll leave my remarks there. This meeting is normally only a brief one, though for the benefit of any new members, this won't always be the case. May I wish very soon to be Mayor Councillor Baker and you all every success for the municipal year ahead, and I look forward to seeing many of you later this evening. And Rowena, you wanted to...
I wanted to just take an opportunity, Matt, to say thank you for being a very, very efficient chair and a superb mayor. It's on behalf of the council, thank you.
Sorry. Thank you, Councillor Hay. That's very kind of you. And that brings us on to item 3, which is election of the mayor for the 24-25 year. I will now call on Councillor Harvey to move the motion, proposing Councillor Baker as mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. Before I stick to my script, I just wholeheartedly echo what the leader has said about you, so thank you. I'm honoured that today I am proposing that Councillor Baker be and is hereby elected Mayor of the Borough of Cheltenham and Council Chair for the ensuing municipal year. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Harvey. And now I believe we have Councillor Smith to second the motion.
To say anything. No, I've known Paul for over 30 years in his business and in leisure, and I wish him all the best, and thank you very much for being the mayor Matt. It's been appreciated. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councillor Smith. With that, we will move to the vote. So please indicate on the screens in front of you. Thank you, members. That is carried unanimously. We will just take a brief moment whilst we hand over the chains and then over to Paul.
Okay, so the first item I have is the election of Deputy Mayor for the coming year 24-25 and Vice Chair of the Council. So I'd like to call on Councillor Atherstone to move the motion proposing that Councillor Dr William as Deputy Mayor. Councillor Atherstone.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I propose that Councillor Dr David Willingham be and is hereby elected Deputy Mayor of the Borough of Cheltenham and Council Vice Chair for the ensuing municipal year.
Thank you. And if I can call upon Councillor Boyes to formally just second the motion, please.
I second that.
Thank you. And then we will, so I will now put the motion then that Councillor Dr David Willingham be and is hereby elected Deputy Mayor of the Borough of Cheltenham and Council Vice Chair for the ensuing municipal year. If you would like to move to the vote on that one. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Councillor William, would you like to come and join me? Congratulations, David. So congratulations, David. I look forward to working with you. We now move on to item 5, which is declarations of interest. Members, any declarations of interest? Nope. Excellent. Thank you. Item 6, minutes of the last meeting. Obviously, this is only applicable to members who are actually at that meeting. So minutes of the meeting held on the 18th of March 2024. We can move to the vote. Any questions on those, or can we move to the vote? Okay. Move to the vote.
Abstain.
All done?
They're carried.
All done. Great. Item 7 is communications by the Mayor. As you probably appreciate, I have been inundated with correspondence since the appointment 10 minutes ago. But I would like to just thank all members for their confirmation today. For me, it's an amazing thing to happen. From growing up in St Paul's and being a student at Denali Street School, never in a million years would I have ever assumed or presumed to have been honoured to take on this role. So I am really chuffed and a little bit traumatised, I suppose you could say, and not had much sleep for the last few days. So I'm really looking forward to the role. I'm really looking forward to getting out and about in Cheltenham in all our different communities. And whilst I've lived here all my life, there's a lot of things that I haven't got a clue what's going on. And I had a taste for that as Deputy Mayor. So it's a huge privilege. It's a great excitement for me. And I'm very much looking forward to it. Obviously, there'll be a little bit more to be said this evening. I will just briefly mention my 4 charities, which probably won't need much introduction. Cheltenham Welcome Refugees, a charity very dear to my heart as a founding trustee. I won't say what they do because it's fairly obvious what they do. They do what it says on the title. Aim Up, which was formerly St Vincent's and St George's, fantastic local charity. Their founder, Les Bonney, will be one of the freemen proposed later this evening. They do an amazing job for disabled adults in our community, both mentally and physically disabled, helping them to lead as normal a lives as they can and as they want to lead. Third charity is my local one, which is Friends of Stamford Park, and we all know what a role friends groups play in our town, across the town, and so they have really been instrumental in investing in and raising funds and working with the council on improving Stamford Parks, like so many other groups do. And finally is CCP, which, again, long-established charity set up by Michael Ratcliffe many years ago. Michael will be getting the Freeman of the Borough as well later on. A fantastic charity which works with the homeless, tries to prevent homelessness, working with family breakdowns, and also involved in all sorts of things, including food banks, which sadly we have far too many in our town. So that's an introduction to my charities. Rather presumptuous, but I've had a charity committee up and running now for about 6 months, and we have got a lot of events planned, and we hope to have a very exciting year to raise much needed funds for those 4 charities. So that's all from me. The next item is item 8, which is appointment of the leader of the council. And if I can ask Councillor Jeffries to propose, please.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. It gives me great pleasure in proposing that Councillor Una Hay be the leader of the council for the ensuing municipal year.
And Councillor Joy, can I call you to second, please?
I would really like to second Councillor Hay for the leadership of the council, please.
Lovely, thank you both. If we can go to the vote on that, yeah. Okay, that's unanimous. Thank you all very much. We now move on to item 9, which is communications by the leader of the council, Councillor Rowena Hay.
Thank you, Councillor Baker. Oh, I'm Mayor now. I should change that. Just thank you very much for being leader is an enormous role and carries with it an enormous responsibility. Group leader I might be of a great many people, but I'm also the leader of Cheltenham Borough Council, so every single councillor I take that responsibility for leading on. I'd like to reiterate thanks to Bob and wish him well in his retirement, just to echo. I'd also like to welcome many new members on both sides of the chamber. Very, very welcome to you all. That's really Mayor, all I want to say at this point in time on this. Thank you.
Thank you. And actually, it's remiss of me not to mention Bob myself, because we've had a short relationship whilst I've been Deputy Mayor. And I'm just very disappointed that he's chosen to retire at the point of my appointment. I'm not quite sure what I said to him in that car on that occasion, but there we go. Okay, so we now move then on to item 10, which is to note the membership of Cabinet, including the Deputy Leader. And I think Councillor Rowan Hay again, please.
Thank you, Councillor Baker. So just in brief, it gives me great pleasure to let you all know who the Cabinet members will be. So the Cabinet member for Finance and Assets will be Councillor Lewis. For Major Developments and Housing Delivery will be Councillor Jeffries. Economic Development, Wellbeing and Culture will be Councillor Horwood. Housing and Customer Services will be Councillor Flo Clucas. Climate Emergency will be Councillor Ian Doby. Safety and Communities will be Councillor Victoria Atherstone. Planning and Building Control will be Councillor Mike Collins. And Waste, Recycling and Public Realm will be Councillor Isaac Talford. Thank you, Mayor. I didn't. I forgot. I should have said. And the Deputy Leader will be Councillor Jeffries, whom I couldn't do this without, believe you me.
Thank you. Congratulations to all the new Cabinet members and the old ones who are being recycled as well. And if we can move to the votes on...
You don't need to vote on that.
Oh, there's an electronic vote here.
I think you've turned the page.
Ah, I have turned the page. Item 11, to establish and appoint to the following committees. The nominations for the committees have been published as a supplement to the agenda, so I hope members have received those. Please can I ask the Council to approve the nominations as laid out. So do I need to go through these committees here? Oh, no, that's the next one, isn't it?
Yeah, so you're taking one vote to approve all of the nominations, and
Yeah.
then you'll take a second vote, which is on the chairs and vice chairs.
Okay. So we're going to move to the vote then on the nomination for committees. That's all done.
No, hang on. There you go.
Ah. Thank you. I'll tell you what, it's an easy job, this, isn't it? It really is.
Today.
Not sure what all of us was about. Anyway, okay. I'd now like to propose to Council that the chairs and vice chairs of these committees be appointed by Council rather than by the individual committees in separate meetings. The proposed nominations are indicated on the attached. So again, I'm assuming everyone's seen these. Just we're looking at appeals, appointments and remuneration, audit, compliance and governance, disciplinary, licensing subcommittee and miscellaneous, overview and scrutiny, planning and standards. So we're going to move to the vote on this one. Okay, that's unanimous again, thank you. Item 12, to appoint to the following joint committees, including substitutes. We're going to do these one at a time, or en bloc? En bloc. So we've got the, so the first one is appointment to Gloucestershire Health Overview and Scrutiny Committee. We're not doing the City Region Board at the moment because that hasn't been formally constituted. Appointment to the Gloucestershire Police and Crime Panel, Joint District Strategic Planning Member Group, Gloucestershire Resources and Waste Partnership. Please can I ask the Council to vote on those nominations, please? Okay, that's great, thank you. Item 13, to appoint to the following advisory panels and working groups. So this is the Constitution Working Group and the Treasury Management Panel. Please can I ask the Council to vote on the nominations as laid out again. Thank you. Okay, and I would like council to note the remainder of the appointments, which is Community Infrastructure Levy Neighbourhood Panel, flows off the tongue, Joint Monitoring and Liaison Group Building Control, Joint Monitoring and Liaison Group 1 Legal, Member Development Panel, Planning and Liaison Member Working Group, Budget Scrutiny Working Group, Asset Management Working Group, Housing Supply, and Members ICT. That's just to be noted. We're not voting on that one. And then we have item 14 to appoint the following member champion roles: Armed Forces Covenant, Cycling and Walking, Mental Health, Refugee, and Safeguarding. So the nominations are on the proposed supplement. Please can I ask the council to approve the nominations as laid out. Excellent, that's all done. Thank you. We then move on to item 15, which is to receive petitions. I'm not aware of any petitions. And finally, item 16, any other item the Mayor determines as urgent and which requires a decision. Again, not aware of anything there. So with that, this meeting is closed. We'll have a short break and then we'll resume for the second meeting in, say, 5 minutes. Thank you all very much.